I am attending my icebreaker session today. And in the next few minutes or so, I'll try to speak something about myself, few little things about me and some of the incidents which happened in my life. And then I'll also try to drive some simple point that the time is always right to do the right things. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I'm James CC1. Jose is my name, short form of Joseph. James is my dad. CC1 is my family name. I passed out SSLC or 10th standard from a school called Basel Evangelical Missionary School, which was almost more than 100 years old at that point in time. And it was in Palakkad, a quite little town in Kerala. So, on that 10th standard memories, I recollect a couple of things. One is that my division, the 10th standard C, was having 101 students, 100 boys, 1 girl. and it's because that, the only division which teaches in the medium of English, as a medium of instruction as English, was only one. And I paid just 11 rupees as fees for the entire year, the two in 2 installments. So, my father was so lucky that I passed out with good marks, and then I moved to a college, and I got the subject I want. I was looking forward to. And this time I joined a prestigious institution, again in Kerala, in my hometown. That's London Victoria College, where very famous personalities like T.N. Session, E.M.S. Namburi, and the metro, the architect of Konkan Railway and Metro, Mr. E. Sridharan, all these people studied. I started my those days, +2 was in college. So it was a college around 3,000 students. Years passed, I continued there. I continued my graduation and post-graduation. I passed out with masters in physics. Then I don't know what to do. I mean, I never planned, I never had any ambition. One thing I understood after my post-graduation is that higher physics is not my cup of tea. So I started developing some interest in computers, and I decided to join a postgraduate diploma in computer application. And again, before I could complete, things started swaying in my life. I got a job. I got hired by one of the leading tire manufacturing firms in India. So even though my interest was in computers, I decided to quit that, join the job. Because getting a job those days was very, very difficult. My first job was in Gujarat, the most industrialized state, even at that point in time. Couple of memories there. It was a very good place to start because the average age of that greenfield tire manufacturing facility was around 25. So all were basically fresh recruits out of college. And another thing which I remember is that it was like fantastic bachelor life. It's around 2,000 kilometers away from my home, and I enjoyed that. The other thing which I remember is that the Navaratri festival in Baroda, amazing one. I don't know how many had a chance to go through that. I mean, visit that places. It's amazing, simply amazing. The 9 days of Navaratri. After few years, I started getting bored, and I wanted to change my job. And it was very difficult to get a job. And I started going back to computers after 8 years. So I upgraded my skills. I got a job in Bangalore during the .com days. And everyone knows what happened. The .com didn't last long, but my mainframe skills came to my help. I joined another organization which is around more than 100 years, a US-based multinational corporation, and I'm still continuing there. I liked that job. I raised myself in the career ladder, slowly but steadily, and I was studying IT until last March, and I moved into a Asia Pacific role now. So one thing which I realized when I was in my career peak is that, while your commitment, your technical skills, everything we can take you to a certain level, but then beyond that, what you need is actually, you need to master how to communicate your ideas very well into a large team, and at times at boardrooms. So if you don't master that, you may soon hit a ceiling. I also understood that, while it's important to plan in life, it is never too late for anything. And I have experienced this in my life. I used to play violin starting from my school days, but I never attempted a competition for two reasons. One is the fear of failure, and the other is a little bit of stage fear. But then I still remember when I prepared, decided and planned, I could won and I could reach up to university level. I won a second university level competition. And I have decided, and I've seen this many times happening in my life. When I prepared for my career change, when I prepared for my PMP certification examination, I cleared in first step. And most importantly, when I'm standing in front of you, seeking your help to become a better public speaker. Over to you.